Hello and welcome to Drew and Dom Talk Shows, where we discuss everything movies and TV. How are you today, Dom?
Pretty good.
Yeah, you watched any streaming services lately?
HBO Max is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, Big Bang Theory was a great show in the 2010s. It sucks it just ended, but Netflix has really come out of the biggest streaming services on the planet, and it's bringing new exciting shows to the platform, but unfortunately did have to take away some of the great classics of the platform, such as The Office, and fans are wondering what to watch next. So it's always been a huge controversy since it left.
Yeah, well, Office was, pretty big at the time, and the fact that it was on it was UK and then it went to US, really does show how big and wide it is in the world right now.
Yeah.
When it was.
And some of these streaming platforms have really come out of the woodwork with some of one of the most popular shows in the world. The Summer I Turned Pretty on Amazon Prime has really turned up what it means to be a good show. I mean, you have teenagers watching this every single second of every day, and all you see on social media is people watching it, and you just wonder, why is this show so special?
Yeah.
Especially on Amazon Prime Video is a big streaming service, but Netflix has always controlled that big, like original. It's surprising that Amazon Prime really put out something that's popular right now.
Yeah, there's definitely, it's kind of crazy how some of these old classics are now on Amazon Prime and they're free because they weren't before.
Yeah. One of my favorite movies, and it's top 3 in my case, but Jaws I think it's on Amazon Prime and it's free. It's free to watch. And you just wonder, how is this free to watch?
Yeah, because it was a huge movie. I mean, just because it's an old movie from, I'm pretty sure, 79.
Mm-hmm, yeah. I think it was 77. It was 77.
That movie and even still the Star Wars movies,
the
original ones.
Star Wars is on Disney Plus now, yeah.
Really big. Disney Plus definitely had a big impact on, everyone pretty much.
And speaking of Disney Plus, you have shows that people watch as a kid, like even in the 2000s, even Stevens, just a bunch of those shows, and you have the 2010 shows such as Ant Farm, which I watched, me and you watched as a kid, Ant Farm and Lemonade Mouth and all that. You just wonder, like, how do they put this back on the streaming platform when people, like, they loved it? So we're all kind of just, like, there to be like, yeah, we're here for this. And the shows that are on these streaming platforms, such as like Gravity Falls, like on Disney Plus, and like even Adult Swim with like Comedy Central and all that.
On like Max.
Yeah, on Max, yeah. It's just been all compiled together as just like a big, like, just like, here you go. Like, you watch this now. It's just like, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, all these different services that you can watch now that weren't there before or didn't have as much on it. I mean, before, Peacock really wasn't big, like, at all. It wasn't big.
No.
And then it kind of became big because some shows that were on, Netflix at first, like The Office, now they're on Peacock. It's pretty... Parks
and Rec, too, another kind of sitcom-y, not really sitcom, but mockumentary type of thing. Yeah. But, and with the originals that Netflix is putting out right now, like Wednesday, that were released last year, was huge. And you just wonder, how are these other companies competing with them when Netflix just keep putting out good originals?
It's making some actors, like Jenna Ortega, for example, a lot more famous or a lot more known.
And that's
on social media.
And like she's now getting put into movies like the new Scream film, and all that. So it's really jumpstarting some actors' careers, and you're just like, like, okay, good job, Netflix. Yeah. But you always have to wonder, like, there's some like diamonds in the roughs in there. Like Apple Plus came out of nowhere.
Apple Plus.
And just like with some 2 soccer shows, Ted Lasso and Welcome to Wrexham have been huge shows on that platform, and people are still watching it after Ted Lasso just ended a couple months ago.
And with Apple already being a really big company, I mean, the fact that now they have a streaming service for it is crazy.
Yeah, it's great. And some other like big streaming services, not even with shows and movies, but just also with sports. It's been a nice welcoming with just how ABC owns all that with Disney and ABC and ESPN, Hulu. Hulu's also been a really, really big streaming service.
Young Sheldon was a show that was on Hulu.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. I liked watching that.
Yep. And just a bunch of those shows that you just kind of wonder about them, and you're like, I wonder where this is, and then you look it up and you're like, okay, Hulu, and then you get interested in Hulu and you just keep finding shows. I think BoJack Horseman is on, Hulu or one of those streaming platforms, but even like some nostalgic shows from the 2000s, like Malcolm in the Middle, one of my favorite shows.
Malcolm in the Middle was good.
Yeah, it's on Hulu right now, and you can watch it if you have it. But
my dad told me that he watched that when he was a kid, and then we started watching it.
Yeah,
and it's pretty good, pretty funny.
Yeah, and you just kind of wonder where these nostalgic shows are, and then these streaming services have it, and you're like, yeah, I'll watch this again. Yeah. I mean, I feel like nostalgia really played a good part in, not even now, but later back in COVID when we had nowhere to go. Streaming services really carried what people watch.
That's sort of where it all started. It went from movie theaters to now everything going on streaming services.
Exactly.
Especially a Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I mean, all the stuff that you used to have to go to the movie theater and then wait a little bit. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I mean, it's already... It came on Disney Plus like a lot sooner than I expected.
Yeah, I think the old, not old, but older Disney movie Encanto came out. I think it was one day in theaters, and then it got released on Disney Plus.
It just makes these movies even bigger.
Yeah,
like it's insane.
Well, thank you for listening to Drew and Dom Talk Shows. Thank you for listening, and have a good day.